We all know that water is very essential for human beings to survive. In fact, we are said to be made up of more than 60% water. Without it, we would simply dry up and die. But what if there was no water anywhere? What if all the lakes, rivers, and oceans just vanished into thin air? What would happen then? If all the water disappeared from Earth, our planet would look like a scene from a post-apocalyptic movie. All the lakes and rivers would dry up, leaving behind cracked mud, a salty desert, and sand dunes. The oceans would recede, leaving behind vast stretches of dry land and maybe even some stranded whales. And the worst part is that this isn't just a fantasy. It's actually possible that all the water on Earth could disappear. According to a new study, scientists have found evidence that this has happened before. Water is essential for life as we know it. All living things need water to survive. Plants need water to grow, animals need water to drink, and humans need water for drinking, growing food, and even generating electricity. Without water, our world would be very different. If all the water disappeared from Earth, the global climate would change dramatically. Oceans absorb heat from the sun and release it slowly into the atmosphere. This helps to regulate the Earth's temperature. Without oceans, the Earth's surface would be exposed to the full force of the sun, leading to higher temperatures and more extreme weather events. The effects of no water wouldn't be limited to just the Earth's surface. Without oceans, the Earth's magnetic field would be weaker, making us more vulnerable to solar radiation. The Earth's atmosphere would also be affected. Water vapor is a greenhouse gas and it helps to trap heat in the Earth's lower atmosphere. Without water vapor, the Earth's atmosphere would be less effective at trapping heat, leading to a colder planet. But perhaps the most immediate effect of no water would be the death of most living things. Plants would wither and die without water to grow. Animals would die of thirst, and humans would only have a few days to live without water to drink. Only extremophile organisms, which are able to survive in extreme conditions, would be able to survive on an Earth with no water. But what if this happened gradually? If all the water on Earth evaporated slowly over a period of millions of years, life would have a chance to adapt. Plants would have to develop deep roots to reach underground water sources, and animals would have to find ways to conserve water or obtain it from other sources. Humans would have to make some major changes to our way of life. We would need to find new sources of water and develop new technologies to purify and distribute it. We would also need to change the way we farm food and manufacture goods. Basically, we would need to completely rethink the way we live. It might sound far-fetched, but it's actually possible that all the water on Earth could disappear. According to a recent study, scientists have found evidence that this has happened before. The study, which was published in the journal Nature Geoscience, presents evidence that around 420 million years ago, Earth experienced a severe water loss event. The evidence for this comes from rocks and fossils from this time period. The rocks are from a time when there were shallow seas and puddles of water on Earth's surface. The fossils are of animals that lived in those seas and puddles, but suddenly both the rocks and the fossils disappear. There are no rocks or fossils from a time when Earth had no surface water. This suggests that all the water on Earth really did evaporate, leaving behind a dry, barren wasteland. Luckily, it doesn't seem like we're in any danger of experiencing this anytime soon. But it is possible that climate change could have a major impact on the amount of water available to us. As the global climate changes, precipitation patterns will change. Some areas will become wetter while others will become drier. This could lead to more droughts and water shortages. We will need to find ways to adapt to these changes and make sure we have enough water for drinking, growing food, and other essential uses. In conclusion, if all the water disappeared from Earth, our planet would become a dry, barren wasteland. The global climate would change, the Earth's magnetic field would be weaker, and most living things would die. However, if this happened gradually, life would have a chance to adapt, but it is possible that this could happen again in the future due to climate change. We will need to be prepared for this and make sure we have enough water for everyone. So next time you turn on the tap, remember that water is a precious resource and we should use it wisely.